Picture this. You're sitting at your kitchen table, checking your phone over morning coffee, and you see a notification that $2,000 just landed in your bank account. You didn't trade hours for dollars. That money showed up because systems you built months or even years ago are still working for you while you sleep. Most people think this kind of financial freedom is reserved for trust fund babies or lottery winners. They assume you need hundreds of thousands of dollars sitting around or some secret knowledge that only the wealthy possess. But here's what might shock you. Generating $2,000 in monthly passive income isn't just possible for regular people. It's actually more achievable than most realize once you understand the specific strategies that actually work. My name is Zach, and I've spent years studying exactly how ordinary people build extraordinary passive income streams. If you're tired of trading your time for money and you want to discover the real methods that can generate consistent monthly income without constant effort, make sure to subscribe to this channel. When you hear the term passive income, your brain probably jumps to images of people lounging on beaches while money magically appears in their accounts. This fantasy version of passive income is exactly why so many people never start building it. They think it should be effortless from day one, and when they discover it requires upfront work, they give up entirely. Real passive income works differently than most people imagine. According to the IRS, passive income comes from two main sources: rental property or businesses where you don't actively participate, like earning royalties from a book you wrote, or dividends from stocks you own. The key word here is active. You're not actively trading your time for money on an ongoing basis, but you absolutely put in significant effort upfront to create these income streams. Think of it like planting an apple tree. You spend time digging, planting, watering, and caring for that tree during its first few years. But once it's established, that tree produces apples for decades with minimal ongoing maintenance. Your initial effort creates a system that generates value long after you stop actively working on it. The U.S. Census Bureau reveals something fascinating about households that generate passive income. The median amount they earn annually is $4,200. That breaks down to about $350 per month. While that might not sound life-changing, remember this represents the median, meaning half of all passive income earners make more than this amount. The people who understand the strategies I'm about to share often generate significantly higher amounts. Here's what's really important to understand. Passive income isn't about getting something for nothing. As financial coach Todd Tresitter explains, many people think passive income has a get-rich-quick appeal, but it still involves work. You just give the work up front. This mindset shift is crucial because it helps you approach passive income building with realistic expectations while staying motivated during the initial building phase. Let me share why building passive income matters more now than ever before. Inflation continues eating away at purchasing power. Job security feels increasingly uncertain. Traditional retirement planning assumes you'll work until your 70s and hope your savings last. Meanwhile, passive income provides a buffer against economic uncertainty and gives you options that most people never develop. When you have $2,000 flowing into your accounts monthly without requiring your active participation, everything changes. You're no longer completely dependent on your job for survival. You can take calculated risks, like starting a business or changing careers, because your basic needs are covered. You can weather unexpected expenses without panic because additional income streams provide security that single income sources cannot. The beautiful thing about passive income is how it compounds over time. That first $200 monthly stream might seem small, but it becomes the foundation for larger streams. You reinvest those initial earnings into additional income-producing assets. You use the knowledge gained from your first success to create bigger and better systems. Within a few years, multiple streams combine to create substantial monthly income that rivals or exceeds traditional employment earnings. Now let's talk about the specific strategies that can help you reach that $2,000 monthly target. I'm going to walk you through the most proven approaches, starting with the ones that require the least upfront capital and moving towards strategies that need more initial investment but offer higher potential returns. The first major category involves digital products and content creation. This approach leverages your existing knowledge and skills to create assets that can generate income for years. The upfront time investment can be significant, but the ongoing maintenance is minimal once systems are established. Consider digital printables sold through platforms like Etsy. Cody Berman, who teaches this strategy, shared that his record week generated $720 in passive income, with his shop averaging around $2,000 per month, depending on seasonal demand. The key insight here is that most of the work happens during product creation. Once you design and upload digital products like planners, wall art, or organizational templates, sales can continue indefinitely with minimal additional effort. The process works like this. You research what digital products people are already buying, create similar but unique designs, optimize your product listings for search visibility, and let the platform handle payment processing and delivery. Customers purchase and instantly download your products without any involvement from you. Seasonal items like Christmas planners or wedding templates can generate particularly strong sales during peak periods. What makes this strategy powerful is the scalability. Creating your first digital product might take 20 hours of work, but creating your 10th product might only take 5 hours because you've developed efficient systems and understand what sells. You're building a catalog of assets that can generate income simultaneously without additional time investment per product. The second digital strategy involves creating online courses. Course creators often earn substantial amounts once their content gains traction. One creator I researched earned several $100,000 from just a couple of courses in a single year. While not everyone reaches these levels, generating $2,000 monthly from course sales is absolutely achievable in many niches. The course creation process follows a predictable pattern. You identify a specific problem that people are willing to pay to solve, create comprehensive video content that solves that problem, set up systems for course delivery and student support, then market your course to your target audience. Like digital products, the heavy lifting happens upfront during content creation and system setup. What separates successful course creators from those who struggle is understanding their audience's specific pain points and creating solutions that deliver genuine value. Your course doesn't need to cover every possible aspect of a topic. It needs to solve one specific problem better than existing alternatives. The third digital approach is content creation through blogging or YouTube channels. While these platforms require consistent content creation initially, they can become largely passive once you build substantial libraries of evergreen content. One blogger I studied generates approximately $500 daily from advertising revenue alone, representing genuinely passive income at this point in their journey. The path to passive blogging income typically takes 1 to 3 years of consistent content creation before reaching significant monthly revenue. However, the compounding nature of content means your efforts accelerate over time. Your first blog post might generate a few dollars over its lifetime, but your 100th post benefits from the authority and audience you've built through your previous 99 posts. Search engine optimization becomes crucial for long-term passive income from content. When your articles or videos rank highly for terms, people regularly search. They continue attracting visitors and generating revenue without ongoing promotion. This evergreen traffic is what transforms active content creation into passive income generation. Modern content creators are finding faster growth by combining long-form content with short-form videos on platforms like TikTok or YouTube Shorts. This multi-platform approach helps build audiences more quickly while creating multiple potential income streams from the same core content. The fourth strategy shifts us into physical asset territory with real estate investment. And this is where the numbers start getting really interesting. Unlike digital products where your investment is primarily time, real estate requires capital, but offers more predictable returns and significant tax advantages that most people completely overlook. Here's the math that makes real estate compelling for passive income generation. The industry standard called the 1% rule suggests that monthly rental income should equal at least 1% of the property's purchase price. So, a $200,000 property should generate $2,000 monthly in rent. Find one property meeting this criteria, and you've hit your entire monthly target with a single asset. But here's where it gets more nuanced than most real estate gurus want to admit. The 1% rule represents gross rental income, not your actual profit. You need to subtract mortgage payments, property taxes, insurance, maintenance costs, vacancy periods, and property management fees if you hire someone to handle tenant relations. These expenses typically consume 40 to 60% of gross rental income. This means that $2,000 monthly rental property might generate $800 to $1,200 in actual passive income after all expenses. You'd need multiple properties or higher rent amounts to reach your $2,000 target through traditional rental real estate alone. However, the tax benefits can be substantial enough to make the effective returns much higher than they appear on paper. Depreciation deductions allow you to reduce taxable income even while your property appreciates in value. This creates scenarios where your rental income appears to break even or show small losses for tax purposes while generating positive cash flow in reality. Many real estate investors pay minimal taxes on their rental income because of these legal deductions. The leverage aspect of real estate amplifies your returns significantly. Instead of paying $200,000 cash for a property, you might put down $40,000 and finance the rest. Your cash-on-cash return gets calculated based on your actual investment, not the property's total value. If that leveraged property generates $800 monthly profit, that's $9,600 annually on a $40,000 investment, representing a 24% return. But leverage cuts both ways. Vacant properties still require mortgage payments, and major repairs can eliminate months of profit. The passive nature of rental income depends heavily on having reliable tenants and hiring competent property management companies. Many landlords discover that being a landlord involves more active management than they anticipated. Real estate investment trusts offer a middle ground between direct property ownership and purely passive investing. REITs allow you to invest in real estate portfolios without dealing with individual properties, tenants, or maintenance issues. Many REITs pay monthly dividends, with some currently offering yields above 8% due to recent market volatility. If you're enjoying this breakdown of real passive income strategies and you want to see more content about building wealth and financial independence, do me a quick favor and hit that subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. It helps the algorithm show this information to more people who need it, and honestly, it motivates me to keep creating content that can actually change your financial future. Plus, there's way more valuable information coming up that you won't want to miss. A $300,000 investment in high-yield REITs averaging 8% annual returns would generate approximately $24,000 annually, or $2,000 monthly. Unlike direct real estate ownership, REIT dividends require zero management effort once you've selected your investments. The trade-off is less control over individual properties and no ability to leverage your investment through mortgages. Healthcare REITs have become particularly attractive because of demographic trends. Companies like HealthPeak Properties recently switched from quarterly to monthly dividend payments, providing more consistent cash flow for income-focused investors. The aging population creates sustained demand for healthcare facilities, making these investments potentially recession-resistant. The fifth strategy involves dividend-focused stock investing, and this approach offers the ultimate in passive income once established. Dividend stocks represent ownership in companies that regularly distribute profits to shareholders. Instead of reinvesting all earnings back into business growth, these companies share a portion with investors through quarterly or monthly payments. Building a $2,000 monthly dividend income through individual stocks requires substantial capital. Assuming an average dividend yield of 4%, you'd need approximately $600,000 invested to generate $24,000 annually. However, dividend investing offers several advantages that make this approach attractive for long-term wealth building. Quality dividend-paying companies tend to be established businesses with predictable cash flows. They often increase dividend payments annually, creating income streams that grow faster than inflation over time. Companies like Johnson & Johnson have increased dividends for over 50 consecutive years, demonstrating the sustainability of this approach. Dividend-focused exchange-traded funds provide diversification across hundreds of dividend-paying stocks while requiring minimal research or stock selection skills. These funds automatically reinvest dividends to purchase additional shares, compounding your returns without any effort on your part. The key to successful dividend investing lies in focusing on yield sustainability rather than just current yield amounts. Companies offering unusually high dividend yields often face financial difficulties that could lead to dividend cuts. Sustainable yields typically range from 2 to 6% for established companies. Monthly dividend stocks provide more consistent cash flow than quarterly payers, though they're less common. Real estate investment trusts, utility companies, and some financial services firms offer monthly distributions. Building a portfolio of monthly dividend payers creates more predictable income streams for covering regular expenses. The sixth strategy combines multiple approaches through what I call the diversified passive income portfolio. Instead of trying to generate $2,000 from a single source, you build multiple smaller streams that collectively reach your target amount. This approach reduces risk while potentially accelerating your timeline to financial independence. A diversified approach might include $500 monthly from digital products, $600 from rental property cash flow, $400 from dividend stocks, $300 from REIT dividends, and $200 from content monetization. Each stream requires different initial investments and skill sets, but together they create a robust income foundation that's resistant to economic changes affecting any single industry. The psychology of multiple income streams provides confidence that single-source passive income cannot match. If one stream experiences temporary problems, others continue generating income while you address the issue. This redundancy eliminates the anxiety that comes from depending entirely on one passive income source. So there you have it. 6 proven strategies that can help you build $2,000 in monthly passive income. Digital products that sell while you sleep. Online courses that educate and generate income simultaneously. Content creation that compounds over time. Real estate that provides cash flow and tax advantages. Dividend stocks that pay you to own pieces of successful businesses. And diversified portfolios that reduce risk while maximizing opportunity. The path to passive income isn't about finding some secret hack or getting lucky with a viral product. It's about choosing strategies that align with your skills, resources, and timeline, then executing them consistently until the systems become self-sustaining. Some of these approaches require more upfront capital, others demand more initial time investment, but all of them can work if you commit to the process. Remember, that first $200 monthly stream might seem insignificant, but it proves the concept works. It becomes the foundation for everything that follows. Most people never start because they're waiting for the perfect strategy or the perfect timing. But the best time to plant that apple tree was 20 years ago. The second best time is today. Your financial future isn't determined by your current circumstances. It's determined by the systems you build starting right now. Pick one strategy that resonates with you and take action this week. Your future self will thank you for making that decision today.